Everybody happy that A is 15837? Okay. Everybody happy that A intersection B is 3 and 7? Everybody happy that A complement, which is everything outside the black circle I just drew, is 4, 9, 2, 10? 4, 9, 2 and 10? Okay. Now, B complement means everything that's outside the circle B. Everything outside of that circle. So what do we get? 1, 5, 8, 2, 10? Okay. Based on an eyesight test so far. If you remember what it means, it's very easy. Okay. And then, now this one's A union B complement. What does that mean? Everything that's not in those two circles. So what's the answer? 2 and 10. Now this is the one that's difficult. Okay. And what it is it's A complement intersection B. Okay. Let's write down what B is. What is B again? What is it? 4973. Now, basically, intersection means what does it have in common? What does A complement have in common with B? What is in both sets? And from both, what can we see from both of them? They both have 4 and 9. Now, I suppose another way of looking at it would be like this. Another way of looking at it would be like this. A complement means everything that's not in A. Would you agree with that? And that's that region in here, yeah? But it also has to be inside of B. So which part is also inside of B? 4 and 9. And that's your answer there. We all good? Okay. 3. Okay. Also what the hashtag means is how many. Everybody see hashtag? That means how many. So I'll do the first one. What's hashtag A? How many do you see? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So hashtag A is 7. Okay, you guys take. How many in B? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 in B. U means the big rectangle. Everything in the big rectangle, including the two circles. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 14. Okay. Now, A union B means the two circles. That's A union B. How many dots in there? Anybody else count 10? Or sorry, 11. My bad, 11. Okay. A intersection B is the middle, which is 3. Now, A union B complement is everything that's not in the two circles. Everything that's outside of that. How many? 3. We have S. Where'd you start? You start in the middle, yeah. What about here? Because 8 plus 7 is 15. You're good. And here? Done. Now, last question. How many in A union B? What happens when you add all three together? 8 plus 7 plus 7? 22. Happy days. Bunch of genii. Now, alright. Now, you're going to have to do this one. And U means, U is all the numbers all the way up to 12. So guys, you got to fill in this one now for me. Off you go. Start in the middle. Work your way out. In the middle we have 3 and 5. So 3 and 5 are gone. 3, 5, 3, 5 are gone. And 3, 5's gone from here. Who's left in A? 1, 2, 4, and 6. It's 1, 2, 4, and 6 are gone. And then how many are left in B? 7, 9, and 11. Alright, so we do 7, 9, and 11. 7, 9, 11. And then last three are where? 8, 10, and 12. Now, if I was to make this, if I was to redraw this diagram, right, in a slightly different way, okay, and it was to look a bit more like this, okay, and, okay, now, I could do it this way as well. Now, it clearly says, it doesn't mention anything about hashtags, does it? No. So a hashtag chart would look something like this. How many in the middle? How many are in the middle? 2. How many in A? How many in B? How many outside? Do you see the difference? See the way there's no dots? See the way I use dots when I'm listing, but I don't use dots when we're talking about how many. Everybody see the difference between those two graphs now? How many? We don't use dots. When we're listing, we use dots. Is that okay? Perfect. Here we go. Okay, start off with the middle. What number goes in the middle? How much? What number? 6. This part here, that's the middle. 6, gone. How many left in A? Has to add to give me 21. 15, because 15 plus 6 is 21. What number in here? 12, because 6 plus 12 is 18. And then has to add to 42 in total. So 15 plus 12 is 27. 27 plus 6 is 33. 42, take 33. How many? Who got that? 9 on the outside. Okay. Now, we're asked the following questions. Oh, well done. Now, how many people in A union B? How many people in A and B combined? Any ideas? A union B means A or B, both circles. Nope. Here. 33, thank you. What does B complement mean? Everything not in B. Well, there's 18 people in B, so the people who aren't them. The 25 and the 9? Or sorry, the 15 and the 9? 24. Now, finally, A union B complement. Everything that's outside of A and B combined. So everything that's not in here. The outside is 9. How many pupils play both games? Well, that's one of the easiest questions. So, 5 people play both games at the same time, as in to play both sports. How many is there in the class? Add all of them together. What do we get? Huh? 30. No. There's 7 people in the class who play nothing. So that's fair enough. That's how many is that again? 30, yeah? Okay. How many play football only? Only football. 11. Now 16 play football, but only 11 of them play football only. How many play neither of the two games? 7. Okay. What n is what's called natural numbers, okay? N describes if a caveman walked out of his cave back in the day, he wouldn't go minus 3.5 bison or 3.5 buffalo. He'd literally go 1 buffalo, 2 buffalo, 3 buffalo. These are what are called natural numbers, numbers that appear in nature. Now, the concept of 0 wouldn't really occur either. So, it's whole numbers bigger than 1. Agreed? Next thing we do is integers. Now, why did integers happen? Well, I gave my mate 2 buffalo a week ago. That means he's minus 2 buffalo because he owes me 2 buffalo. Do you get what I'm saying? If you killed 2 buffalo for me and gave me them, that means I owe you 2. So that's where the concept of minus comes in. Integers are minus whole numbers and plus whole numbers. Agreed? We all good with that? Integers. Okay. Q. Q actually stands for anybody? So n is natural numbers, I is integers. Q. Rational numbers. Now, rational numbers means what does rational numbers mean again? Drawing a blank again. So, rational numbers means presented as a fraction. So, is the number 5 a fraction? Is a rational number? Actually is. 5 is actually 5 over 1. What about minus 10? Is minus 10 a rational number? It is minus 10 over 1. What about 7 over 2? It is. It's a fraction. Anything that's a fraction. 2 over 7? Root 3 over 2. Anything that has square roots that don't break up properly is not a rational number. However, I can trick you. So I can say that root 3 over 2 is not a rational number. It's not. But oddly enough, root 9 over 2 is. Because what does root 9 change into? 3. If you can change the surd into a whole number, it is in fact a rational number. Is that okay? Now, what I'm about to show you is the following. Okay? So, the way this works is the following. Do you see the way all the natural numbers, do you see all the natural numbers? All the natural numbers fit inside of the integers. Does that make sense? Natural numbers has the smallest amount of numbers because it's only the positive numbers. Integers has the negative and the positive numbers. So what I'm basically trying to say is all of the natural numbers will fit inside of the integers. But in turn, all the rational numbers, all the integers will fit inside of the rational numbers. So let me give you an example. Okay, we're going to draw this like a, it's a bit like a solar system, I suppose. It looks a bit like this. Okay, and obviously what I'm drawing, you should probably be drawing as well. 1, 2. Looks a bit like the solar system of planets or whatever, okay? Now, in the middle is the smallest one. Which one's the smallest? N, Q, or Z? Which one's the smallest? N. Because N only allows positive numbers. So that'd be like 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? Now Q, who's bigger, Q or Z? Q's bigger, so the outer ring is, sorry, the middle ring is Z. What resides in here? -1, 0, -2. What about the number 10? The number 10? No, the number 10 is a positive whole number. Therefore, it should go in here, shouldn't it? I'm going to make up some numbers, okay, in a minute. And you're going to tell me where they all go. Okay, now finally, rational numbers, fractions. Fractions that aren't whole numbers. Can anybody give me an example of a fraction that's not a whole number? A half, 2 over 3, -3 over 2. Is that right? Now we're going to play a game. Where does the number 10 go? Where? In the middle. Where does the sorry, they're joined together. Where's the -7 go? Huh? Or let's play hot or cold. Hot or cold? Hotter or colder? Here? Here. Here. Okay. Shh. Next one. 10 over 2. Shh. Lads, where will I put 10 over 2? Shh. What is 10 divided by 2? Oh, crap, that goes dead center because it's a whole number. Trick question, right? I made it look like a fraction, but it actually divides in equally, so it should go dead center. What about 7 over 2? Does that go in equally? Should it go in N? Should it go in Z? Should it go in Q? There we go. Alright. Now we can finally answer these questions, okay? Now, everything in N that's also in Z. Everything in N that's also in Z. Well, would you all agree it has to be this region here? Would that make sense? They're in N and they're in. So what does that mean the answer is? N. It's just everything in N. Everything in Z, everything in N, union everything in Z. So everything in both of them, right? Would you all agree that it's, I should probably use a highlighter. Would you all agree that it's, if you combine both of them together, you get this, don't you? And what is all that? It's positive and negative whole, which is what? Everything that's in Z. So N union Z is actually the same thing as Z. Oh, this one's hard. Everything in Q combined with everything in Z combined with everything in N. What do you think the answer is then? Have to shade in the whole thing, don't I? Is that not the same as just everything that's inside of Q? It is. It's everything that's inside of Q. This is hard, is it, the language? What about the last one? Everything in Q that's also in N and Z. Let's start off with this part here. That part there is actually the answer of part 2. So the question is now Q intersection. What do Q and Z have in common? Well, look, I'll highlight Q for you. Okay, guys, Q is this. See all this? All of that is Q. Agreed? Everything in that blue region is everything that's in Q. Now, what we're working on is what else is in Z. So what's in Z? All this part here, isn't it? So that's the intersection. That's the part that's actually in both of them. So this is what's in both of them. So what do you think the answer is? Anybody tell me? That's the second ring, isn't it? Everything inside the second ring, which is Z. Z is your answer. Oh, that did not go well. I can tell right now that did not go well. Did it? First piece of advice. Let X be the number in B only. Is everybody happy that's X? Yeah. That's X only. Okay, we're there. Now, 30 students in Laura's class filled out choice for 5th year. 3 students want to study both French and Spanish. So what does that mean? 3 in the middle. Okay, get rid of that. 6 students want to study neither. 6. Is that alright? Now, twice as many wanted to study French as Spanish. Copy and complete the Venn diagram. Okay. Twice as many want to study French as Spanish. Okay. Man, this is tough. So, here's what I'm thinking. Yes. Probably should wait to the end of this. Okay. So, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking about making a simultaneous equation out of this. And I'll show you what I mean by that. I'm thinking about making this y. Okay, and I'll explain what I'm doing now. Here's what I'm thinking. If you no talking, please be nice. Okay. Option A is, A is French and B is Spanish. Alright, how many students are currently studying French according to my diagram? Y plus 3. Would that make sense? How many are currently studying Spanish? X plus 3. And what does it say? Twice as many wanted to study French as. So would you agree that 2 times the Spanish number actually equals the French number? Does that make sense? So by that logic, I can sort of do it like this. And then it sort of turns into a simultaneous equation. Okay, that's only one equation. When you're doing simultaneous equations, what normally happens? They occur in pairs, don't they? So where am I going to get the second simultaneous equation from is the real question. And here's what we said. What happens, how many people in the class in total? Huh? 30. Okay. By the way, this question is very hard, by the way. Don't get too rocked by it. It's one of the harder ones I've ever had to do, okay? At junior cert level, that is. So look at this. When I add all 4 numbers together, the answer should be 30. So x plus y plus 3 plus 6 is 30. And this means that x plus y equals 21. And now I have a simultaneous equation. Do you see the green one and the blue one? The two of them combined can make a simultaneous equation. I'm going to multiply the blue one. I'm going to use what's called the magic wand. For those of you new to my class, the magic wand means you make anything negative, positive, and anything positive. So I'm going to magic wand this one. What happens when I magic wand it? What do we get? 2x minus y. And then what happens when I add downwards? Equals 18. X equals 6. Now, because you know x equals 6, what does that mean y has to be? 6 plus what gives you 21? What do you think y has to be? Well, y has to be 15. And that was a very difficult question, no doubts about it. So, technically that's 15. That's 15. And that's 6, is it? And then the whole thing adds to 30. Yes, sir. Just to put in the middle. What does it want us to put in the middle for 15? Anybody, what does it want us to put in the middle? Come on. What's it want us to put in the middle? What's that say? F intersection G is the middle, and the middle is X. Great. How many students study French? I've made a mistake. What's my mistake? I have too many people. My answer for French is now 24 plus X. It's not 24 anymore, is it? So, does anybody know what to put in here instead? Well done, whoever said that. That's really good. Why did he say 24 minus X, guys? You have to take away the middle, don't you? If I said there was 5 people in the middle, if I said the middle was 5, what would you tell me about how many people do French only? You would have done 24 take away, and you would have got 19, wouldn't you? And on the other side, you would have done 18 take away 5 and got 13. But the deal is it's not 5, it's actually the letter X. So instead of using 5, we just write down the letter X. Is that alright? Now, it doesn't say anything about people being on the outside, does it? They study French or German or both. There's no indication of none, is there? So technically speaking, you don't need the rectangle. There's no option for studying none of them. So what do we get now, guys? We're going to add all 3 sectors together. And what happens when you add all 3 sectors together? What does the answer have to be? How many students in the class? So you're going to add all three sections together and put it equal to 32 and see what happens. Okay, give it a go. Okay. 24 minus x plus 18 minus x equal to 32. The two sides, so 24 plus your 18 is 42. The minus x and the plus x cancel, and what's left over? Equals 32. That means the x value must be 10. Okay.